Welcome back to the Money, Mindset and Business podcast. If you have been listening here for a while, or if you are new, I would really appreciate it if you could give that subscribe button a click and rate the show on whatever platform it is that you're listening on. Thank you very much. Let's get into the episode. Hi, and welcome to the Money, Mindset and Business podcast. For those of you who aren't watching on YouTube, I am currently sat in my living room on the floor recording this episode, and there's a very good reason for this. So today's episode is all about getting magnetically aligned with yourself, the world, to manifest and bring abundance into your life. And the reason why I'm sat in my living room on a pink yoga mat is because it all comes from our chakras. We are energy. We are all energy. Every single one of us is made up of energy. Although we can't see it, our whole entire body is made up of tiny sparks of energy, and we are formed, as you can see me now, if you're watching on YouTube, as this solid formation based upon thoughts and projections from our minds and the minds of other people around us. So within us, we also have our 5 energy centers. And to become this magnetic being that is attracting and allowing energy to flow to us and through us, we need to align our internal energy centers. So before we get started on what all these energy centers are, I want to kind of explain to you what money actually is. So the reason why people would be listening to this podcast is because they want to manifest money into their lives and into their businesses. However, so many people don't really understand what money actually is. We think of it as this all-consuming, powerful thing in our lives that dictates whether we are successful or not, or whether we are worth anything or not, or whether we are valuable or not. The truth of the matter is, money isn't real. Whether you've heard me say this before or not, money is not real. There is nothing in this world that has a monetary value until one of us, myself, you, or whoever it is, places a monetary value on something. And the only reason why this monetary value sticks is because we ourselves, the consumer, agree with the monetary value that's been put on something by somebody else. Does that make sense? Probably not. The way I see money is a way of transferring energy. So it's a transactional thing in our lives that we use. Money in itself is just a physical shell of a representation within our minds of what something's external monetary value is. So say, for instance, you go to the shops and you buy a chocolate bar. I mean, I don't know about you, but chocolate bars, wow, £1.20 for a chocolate bar. I remember when they used to be 25 pence. However, so you go to the local shop to buy a chocolate bar. So what is the actual transaction that's occurring when you're buying this chocolate bar? So what actually happens is somebody has gone out there and made this chocolate bar. So they've taken the raw ingredients, put the wrapper on, and da 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 da. So they put energy and effort into this chocolate bar, which is then manifested it into a monetary value. These shops have then bought these chocolate bars in exchange for money. So there's been an energy transfer. Yeah. So then these shops put these chocolate bars on the shelf for us as the consumer to buy. So the same transaction happens again. We go into a shop, we pick up the chocolate bar, and what is the energy transfer? So the energy transfer is we get a chocolate bar, which we eat, that goes and nourishes, I say nourishes our body, depends what you think about chocolate bars there, but we eat the chocolate bar, and in exchange, we give money, which then leads to growth within that other business's company. So, a matter of fact, there's money is just an exchange value. It's in a way of an exchange in value from one thing to another. And the same happens when you purchase a service or a product from somebody else. They've put their time, energy, and effort into it, and they've attached a monetary value. So when you buy it for all of their time and energy, they are getting money in return, and you are getting a product. And it's literally just a transfer. So money, in fact, flows through life like this. It goes, those of you who are watching on podcast, I'm going up and down with my arms. So like a flowing river, like the flow in the sea. Money flows, and it flows through people, to people, and through people. However, when it comes to things like money mindset and being energetically magnetic towards abundance and money and flow, we in ourselves need to be flowing freely. And I'm pointing from my head down to my core now. And this is because our energy centers run from the base of our spine all the way up to the top of our heads. And if there is a blockage anywhere within our internal energy system, then things do not flow freely through us. And this is where some of the blockages can happen. So let me just explain a little bit about the energy systems in the human body. So you've probably all heard of the root chakra. So this is the base chakra that's at the base of the spine. And this is that is our connection to the earth. So we have an energetic connection to the earth, and this comes up through our root chakra, which is symbolized by the color red. And then the next one up is our sacral chakra. And this is an orange chakra. And a lot of this is about energetic flow. So when I think about the orange chakra, and I think about it's sitting on like a lake. So you've got this orange ball of energy sitting on a lake, and there's ripples coming out of it. So that's how I visualize the orange chakra. So that's excuse me. And that is very much linked to our sensuality, who we are as women, men. This is where our libido is, and our passion and all this sort of stuff, because it flows nicely. Then the next one up, so the sacral chakra is kind of in the pubic area around here, and then you've got your solar plexus, which is just above the navel here. And this is, you're shown this as the color yellow. So it's kind of like, the way I see it is like a fire. So it's a burning ball of fire. And this is where your creativity, personal power, self-worth, self-esteem. So this, when you get that burning desire to do something or have something, it usually comes around here, just below your rib cage, above your belly button. That is your solar plexus chakra firing up and giving you signals to say, yes, this is it. This is what you need. This is what you want. Yeah, I can feel it. And then we move up to the heart chakra, which, as you can imagine, is near the heart. And this is symbolized by the color green. And this for those of you watching YouTube, is Rupert, my cat. So this is the colour green. So this is the love. This is how you love yourself, how you love your family, how you love the world, how you love others. And this is where all your compassion and empathy lives. People talk about having like broken hearts, and that's what it is. That's the heart energy chakra just not quite being balanced. Then the next one up is your throat chakra. So this is symbolized by the color blue, and this is your communication. This is your voice. This is your projection. This is what you want to tell, scream, shout to the world. And it's also communication between yourself and others. So this area here, the throat chakra, is one of the areas that I've had to personally work on really, really, really well. Expressing myself has not always come easy to me. And I still work on it every single day, which is one of the reasons why I started this podcast, to start expressing myself freely without the fear of judgment of others. So the throat chakra is all about communication and speaking your truth. And then the next one up is the third eye, which is just between your eyebrows. And this is your intuition. So this is the chakra that's linked with a knowing and the insights in your spiritual awareness. And it's usually symbolized by the color indigo. I forgot to say the throat is blue. Throat chakra is symbolized by the color blue. Indigo is for the third eye, and this is your all-seeing eye, which I'm sure you've all heard before, seeing out into the world and gaining all of those insights and awarenesses that are around you. So the third eye sees things that your eyes don't. And this is what we need to think about and listen to become aware of what's going on around us. And then the last chakra is the one on the top of our head, the crown chakra. And this is either a white or violet light, and this cascades all around us to protect us. So this is also our connection to source, to God, to the universe, whatever that looks like in your world. The crown chakra is that connection to the spirituality of life and yourself. And what's important about when you become magnetic is ensuring that the flow from God, spirituality, from the source, flowing through your head, through your third eye, through your throat, your heart, your solar plexus, your sacral, and your root chakra, down into Mother Earth is clear. To not make this podcast too long, in the show notes below, there is a chakra cleansing meditation for you to do and some chakra affirmations for you to chant. These are all free for you, listeners to the podcast and watchers of the podcast on YouTube. Please click the links, have a go, get yourself in a meditative position, whatever that looks like for you, sitting down, standing up, lying down, and start to get in tune with yourself and your body, and understand if something's feeling uncomfortable, but you're not quite sure why. Try and visualize where that uncomfortableness is sitting in your body. Then try and question, why am I currently feeling uncomfortable? What is it that I'm not allowing myself to think, to see, to act upon, to do, to forget? And what this will do, this will allow you to then become magnetic, because you will be free flowing energy, and energy will flow to and through you because you will be magnetically aligned with it. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you soon. I hope you enjoyed the rest of your day. Are you ready to become a wealth warrior in 2024? If so, come and follow me on Instagram at I am Leah Crowfoot, where you can find out more about how you can become a wealth warrior through your own money mindset transformation.